My name's Sam. I'm from Australia. I have a very limited knowledge of SEO until I started this course, you could say, but I feel like I've come a long way since joining the 5-hour SEO course.
So how long ago was that when you joined?
Would have been about 6 or 8 weeks ago, I think now I've been in the course.
So you said not like a super deep knowledge of SEO when you started. How do you think you fare now, 6 to 8 weeks in?
Honestly, I still feel like there's a lot of learning to be done, but what I do feel like I have now is a solid foundation, like a base of knowledge that I can know that I'm at least taking the right steps to get started. Everything's getting done in a specific order in a way that is most optimal to get it going and off the ground.
I think when you first joined, you had like a digital products company, like e-com brand, and now you're getting into more of like the higher ticket drop shipping. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was another great thing that I learned from the course, like the opportunities that lie in other areas. And once you feel like you've got this base knowledge of SEO, you can start to spread that around and use that in different types of areas, different types of shops.
With you being new to SEO, I have to assume this is probably one of your first, or if potentially your first SEO course, but have you joined or purchased any other like digital courses anywhere else in like any other channels like Facebook or email or anything?
I actually haven't. This is the only one I've been using. Man, I don't like I never want to feel overwhelmed with too many different opinions or pieces of information coming at me. And obviously there are a lot of opinions in this space. So just sticking with this one course, Your Knowledge Kai, and just following along the steps that you clearly outline it's felt really good. Felt really solid.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. What made you so interested in this one? Like if you've never bought a course, like what about this one was kind of the reason you decided to finally buy one?
Honestly, man, it was your YouTube content. So just the way you delivered information on YouTube, mate, just your straight up approach. I love how you get straight to the point, man, no fluff. And it's just practical advice, man, stuff you can just hear and then implement straight away on your end. I like the straightforward nature of it.
What are your thoughts then? So outside like the YouTube stuff and the course stuff, what are your thoughts on the course content and the community engagement overall in it?
Course content was awesome, man. I loved how it was all in easy to digest modules. You just followed it through, one step complete, follow the next step complete. You had video tutorials along the way to help you sort of understand what it was a little bit more in depth. Community engagement is great, man. Had a few good chats with other people in the space. So like just being able to chit chat with people also running Shopify stores, also trying to get the SEO thing started. There's been a lot of learning to be done there, man. A lot of good ideas getting shared back and forth type thing.
You were relatively new to SEO, but like, what do you think out of all of it? What do you think like the most valuable thing you've learned is, or like, what do you think your biggest win so far is after getting through the course and kind of like our back and forth DMs and our one-on-one meetings? Like, what do you think the most value add you've gotten is?
Honestly, man, peace of mind. So just when you start out in something like this and you have no idea what you're doing, every time you start working on something, you don't know if you're making the right moves or not. So you don't know if this is the correct thing to be doing right now. What if I'm doing something wrong and am I wasting time? So what has been the biggest win for me is just having this base foundation of knowledge to just be able to go, I'm doing the right steps, I'm taking the right steps, I'm following my process. And if I just keep on executing this process, I can truly believe that my SEO rankings are going to improve, basically. And that feels really great, man. Like that feels awesome.
Dude, that is probably the best feedback I've gotten, honestly, because I think with SEO, I mean, you know this now that you've been in it for a few weeks, like the feedback loop on SEO is so long. So like where you can like run ads or whatever else, you know, the channels, you can get feedback within minutes, hours, days. Whether you're doing the right or wrong thing in SEO, you may not know for a few weeks at a time. But, you know, with, you know, a few years of experience like behind me and like the playbook and stuff, having peace of mind was the goal, because a lot of people like start SEO for like a week or two and they're like, that's not working, or like, I don't see anything, and then they just stop. But, you know, having that long-term vision and kind of peace of mind to know like it is going to be okay, or it is going to work out, like that was like the big ultimate goal. So that is super, super exciting here. Okay, so backing up a little bit. So if you had to do this again, if you had to buy 5-hour SEO again, join the community, join the course, like would you do it again?
Absolutely, man. Yes. Highly recommend it to anybody looking to get started, man. I would 100% do it again. If I could have done it before, man, I would have got into it earlier.
Speaking like, let's say you're talking to someone else who was like on the fence about getting it and they were in a similar spot to you, like, you know, had done some drop shipping, had done some e-com, but not really dabbled in SEO for, you know, a substantial period of time, let's say. what's one or two things you might say to them specifically outside of like, I wish I had done it earlier?
If you're serious about building a brand like long term, then SEO is the way to go. You need to focus on getting your stuff highly ranked on Google. That's just how you build a long-term established brand, rather than the sort of quick come and go type advertising, social media marketing, Google ads type situations. So if you're on the fence about getting started with it, this course is just a great foundation of knowledge to get you started and start building that long-term base that you need to be getting started in SEO, basically. Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time, and chat soon.